At 1 o'clock, it is 63 degrees, mostly sunny skies and breezy today. Chance of showers and storms in the afternoon. The high of up to 70 at the lake, 73 degrees inland. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Wyatt Barmore-Pooley. Potential record warmth could help fuel afternoon showers and thunderstorms across southeast Wisconsin today. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Brandon Johnson says conditions could allow for storms to develop by early to mid-afternoon.
We're going to be watching for any initiation. Do one or two storms tap into that afternoon heat a little bit early? Not everyone's going to see rain today, and not everyone's going to hear thunder and see lightning. But for those that do, one or two of those storms could contain some high winds and even the potential for some hail.
Your complete WTMJ 5-day forecast coming up after the news. 2 road rage shootings this weekend, reflecting a broader increase in gunfire on the roads around southeast Wisconsin. Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office Captain Michael Krisnerich tells TMJ4 News.
It's accelerated to the point where we're responding to 2 or 3 incidents of freeway shootings a month. So it's growing.
In Milwaukee, police say 2 people were shot on Sunday following a road rage incident at 48th and Villard. They're both expected to survive. In Cudahy, a man died after getting shot in a road rage incident near Packard and Birchwood on Saturday night. A new chapter begins for the Milwaukee Public Museum as they set to move 4 million items to their new museum.
The move to Future Museum starting with 23,000 tea and ceramics pieces over the last few days. MPM Collections Move Project Manager Sarah Padeo tells WTMJ.
We're using a lot of foam, we're using a lot of tissue, a lot of twill tape. So our main purpose here is that this material can be reused as we pack other collections.
She says the initial move will determine how fast the over 3-year process will go.
Get these initial numbers and then we have to scale up. We're going to have to say, okay, it's going to take this much time with this many packers.
From the Milwaukee Public Museum, Julian Johnson, WTMJ News.
Repair and rebuild. That's the goal for a Milwaukee food truck owner after a driver crashed into his truck on Monday. It was parked near Holton and Capitol. Andre Richards owns and operates Gumbo Valley. He was inside his food truck when the car hit it.
Took me about 14 months to build that. Every day, every night, and I built it from the ground up. And I was destroyed.
The driver of the car was given a field sobriety test and taken into custody. Time for news about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. This is holding steady from yesterday where we see the Dow and the S&P both down, the NASDAQ up. The Dow is down 143 points, the S&P down just 2, and the NASDAQ is up nearly 19. It's a great time for your retirement and investment strategy review from a fee-only fiduciary. Go to annexwealth.com. You can click the Get Started button now. Sports, traffic, and weather coming up next. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 1:03.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Hi, I'm Jim Token, president of the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee. Did you know that Adam members employ more than 7,500 people? Plus, Adam recently completed their 14th annual Feeding America Change Your Oil promotion. To date, Adam has donated over $875,000, which provided over 2.6 million meals. Start your next car search by finding an Adam member dealer at adam.com. That's ADAMM.com.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Is your IRS tax debt making you feel anxious? The professionals at Allies Tax Relief are ready to negotiate your fresh start. Call them now at 800-230-5174.
The super successful Mind Chef restaurant in Hartford is hiring positive professional servers and bartenders. Full or part-time, you'll make great cash. Parents and grandparents, tell your kids. Inquire today and start next week. Visit mindchefrestaurant.com today.
Time for a WTMJ sports update. The NFL's salary cap will grow to $255 million next season. That is good news for Packers GM Brad Gutekunst. He is currently in Indianapolis at the NFL Scouting Combine.
It's really flexibility, I think, in how you want to approach it. Certainly gives us some breathing room to do some different things, but it's okay. How do we structure some contracts? How do we go about just managing that? It gives us a little bit more breathing room, I think.
Afternoon baseball for the Brewers today in sunny Arizona. They're taking on the Angels, and you can hear that game on 94.5 ESPN beginning at 2 p.m. The Bucks returning home to face the Charlotte Hornets tonight after back-to-back wins over the Timberwolves and 76ers on the road. Coverage begins after the 6 o'clock news right here on WTMJ. And the Wisconsin Badgers men's team is on the road at Indiana for a 6 o'clock tip. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic. We've got a disabled vehicle on 43 southbound at Highland Avenue off on the left shoulder. Usually those, even a disabled vehicle can cause some delays, so we are seeing a little tap on the brakes there. Looks like 94 westbound as well is slow through the stadium interchange, but once you get past American Family Field, things are looking good.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Tayback Law fights for those who fought for us. If you're a vet and have been wrongfully denied the VA benefits you're entitled to, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Time for the WTMJ 5-day forecast. Mostly sunny skies and breezy today. Chance of some showers and storms in the afternoon. The high is up to 70 at the lake, 73 degrees inland. Tonight we're going to see those showers and storms turning cold and blustery, then a change to snow with a low all the way down to 20. Wednesday, a chance of some early snow. It'll be blustery, gradual clearing up, a high of only 28. Wind chills will keep us in the teens and 20s. Thursday, mostly sunny and breezy, the high back up to 42. Friday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 48. And on Saturday, back to mostly sunny with a high up to 57. Right now in Madison, it's 68. In Green Bay, it's 63. In Waukesha, it is 67. And in Milwaukee, it is 63 degrees. I'm Wyatt Barmar-Pooley, citing Unlimited WTMJ News. Time is 1:07.
65,498 square miles. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get to it. This is Spanning the State. Here's your host, Kristin Brey.
Good afternoon. This is the show where we highlight stories from across Wisconsin, and today we are going to Kronenwetter, Oshkosh, and even the Antarctic by way of Madison. And I am so excited to be joined by my guest co-host today. You've heard him on WTMJ at night.
At night, that's right.
At night, Brian Noonan.
It's good to be here. Thanks for having me, Kristin.
I'm so excited to see you. I've heard you for what feels like years at night.
Yes, that's a sad statement, but yes, no, I'm kidding. Yes, it's been used to be WTMJ nights. Now it's WTMJ at night.
Are you screwing that up at all?
No, not at all.
You got it clear?
Oh no, it's everywhere. I have it written everywhere. I actually had it tattooed to my forearm in case I forget.
That's smart.
It's loyalty to this company. That's what it is. I'm very loyal.
Well, we got you during the day now.
Yeah, it's always fun to come in during the day because at night nobody's here. My producer and I are the only ones in the building, so it's nice to come in and see that they do turn the lights on all over the place and that people work here. It's very fun. And I've been listening to you for a long time, so this is very nice.
This is very nice.
It's very nice.
No pressure. I think we're gonna have fun.
No pressure for me. It's your show.
Well, you and I are neither of us are foreign to improv and stand up, so I feel like we're both fairly light on our feet.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's what's on my resume. We'll see if I can actually execute it in real
That's
time.
What I tell people.
That's
I'm good
sure.
At.
It's this is what I do all the time, and they're like, "We've heard you. Are you sure?" So we'll just go from there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about all the stuff that we've got planned today. It's interesting, especially our first guest because it hits very close to home. So it'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. So
now that we've tried to convince everybody that it's going to be a lot of fun, do you feel any pressure to deliver fun?
I always feel pressured to deliver fun. That's what I say. I said making the complicated super not complicated by using humor. So I'd hope that I bring the fun.
Oh, you do. I always feel for myself when I keep telling people, "Oh, it's going to be fun." They're like, "What is he hiding? Is this actually going to be fun?" But yes, it actually will be. And if not, at least it's going to be really interesting.
At least, and it'll probably be fast.
Well, sure. We're already done, aren't we?
All right. Well, like you said, you just teased what our first topic is. So
Yes.
You are a substitute teacher, so you are not
Yes.
familiar with teacher shortages and and problems that teachers are
Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6.
Long three from Dean, and he knocks it down from the near side right.
The quest for the championship goes through us.
If you want to be champions, you know you're going to get hit, all right?
The home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
Susan Hiller from Hiller getting a new Ford truck. This is Truck Month at Hiller Ford, and that means great savings for truck buyers. Right now, we're offering 1.9% 72-month financing on new 2023 F-150s. Plus, a drop-in bedliner or a basic maintenance package is included. There's never been a better time to buy a Ford truck than right now. Stop in today and find out why so many people love to buy from Hiller Ford.
Tune in on Sundays at 10 a.m. for the AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show. Join AccuNet's Brian and David Wickard for the most up-to-date information on mortgage trends, along with timely news on the real estate market. The housing market is in flux, but the national headlines don't often fit local market conditions. Find out what's really happening on the front lines of real estate and mortgage financing in Wisconsin and make better decisions by tuning in every Sunday at 10 a.m. The AccuNet Mortgage and Realty Show with Brian and David Wickard on WTMJ.
Hi everybody, this is Susan Hiller from Hiller Ford on Highway 100. Boy, do we have some sweet deals for our customers this month. We're offering 0.9% FlexBuy financing for 66 months on 2023 Escapes and 2024 Edges. And you get a $2,000 factory rebate. That's right, 0.9% financing for 66 months, plus the $2,000 rebate. Stop in today and see why so many people love to buy from Hiller Ford.
Welcome back to Spanning the State. I am Kristin Brey. He is Brian Noonan. And we need teachers. Like so many vital industries in Wisconsin, we do not have enough people doing some of our most important jobs. So the question becomes, how do we get more? And one proposal that is out there's two actually competing proposals about it, is changing the requirements to become a teacher. So joining us now to talk more about teacher apprenticeships is Quentin Claiborne, Senior Research Director for Institute for Reforming Government. Hi, Quentin.
Hi. Hi, it is a very windy day out. Listeners don't know I have very long hair, and so I currently resemble a scarecrow or bird's nest, so I'm very thankful for the theater of the mind today, but thank you for having me on.
But there is a camera.
All right, so I'll be looking down.
If you would like to see Quentin's hair now that he's teased it, you can text WATCH to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620.
Highest ratings ever? I'm getting an alert. Highest ratings ever.
All right, Quentin. So before we dive into what the program is, what are some of the facts around our teacher shortage?
Yeah, so I think I think people know a lot about Act 10. This was a reform that happened under the Governor Scott Walker years, changed a lot of the union rules. And I think a lot of people assume that caused a lot of changes to the teaching profession. Obviously, some people left. into the profession. So right now we have a couple of issues. One, just not enough types of people from around Wisconsin are trying to become teachers.
When you say types, you mean different demographics?
Different demographics. So men don't really try and become teachers in Wisconsin. People of color don't really try to become teachers that much. Right now, 69% of first-year teachers in Wisconsin are white women.
Wow, that's 69%.
1 out of every 6 white women who are 23 years old in Wisconsin are teachers. That which blows my mind.
Is there data on why those other groups are not pursuing teaching as a career?
Yeah, I think I think that's what we'll get into. So it's not that affordable. To become a teacher, you have to get a 4-year degree. You have to pay to work your last semester of teaching as a student teacher. You have to pay tuition for that. You don't get paid that much coming out of it. And a lot of teachers don't feel prepared when they enter the classroom. So 18% quit after their first 2 years. So for every 100 teachers that enters the profession, essentially 1/5 quit within 2 years. And so you're just constantly facing turnover, and you're constantly getting a lot of new teachers in the classroom, which is tough on kids.
So, enter teacher apprenticeships, which the name itself, I have ideas of what this would be as far as working sooner versus finishing your degree. So, but I don't know the details of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, this is apprenticeships are expanding to a lot of professions. I think it was traditionally like electricians, plumbers. Now nurses are doing it, IT, and right now. There are 30 different states that are enacting teacher apprenticeships. It's something that's gotten Republicans excited, Democrats excited, unions excited, kind of egghead types like me excited. Again, very big
Scarecrow egghead.
Wow, self-care, mental health month or something. So what they're saying is, okay, we need to make it. We need to get more classroom experience. The more experience you get on the ground, the more likely you are to stay with the profession because you know what you're getting into. You have a mentor, which is a part of all apprenticeships. You have a mentor that's going to watch and coach you while you're doing this. We were briefly talking offline about becoming a parent. You can read all the books you want, but you don't really know until you jump into it. And the same, a lot of that is true for teaching as well. So the sooner you get in the classroom and get that practice, the better it is. And then paying teachers for their time in classrooms, I think, sounds like a good idea to everybody.
So, Brian, as someone who was a teacher,
Yes.
who's now subbing, what do you think about a program
I
like
think
this?
the apprenticeship program is fantastic. You were talking when you were mentioning the unions being behind it. Both parties are behind it. I think if anybody, which is unusual because usually something that makes a lot of sense, like this program does, doesn't get past the higher ups. It makes too much common sense. If you get somebody in a classroom for 2 years, they actually get their hands dirty. They get to see what's going on. Classroom management is fine in theory in a classroom until you are in front of those 25 kids. You don't know the best way to really deal with those kids. So everything on here makes sense. What is keeping
Governor Evers, one of his main policies that he promoted in his State of the State address, he gives a yearly address. This happened in January. He's promoting this new pilot to do teacher apprenticeships in the way that he sees it. Republicans have a bill that passed both houses that is going to Governor Evers' desk right now to be signed or to be reviewed in the next month or two. So it's really great news that both parties are trying to attack this in their own way, and hopefully we get it. Hopefully we get it going.
And this, to be clear, this is not lowering the expectations or the what you need to be a teacher, the requirements to be a teacher. This is just saying your last 2 years are more of a work-study program because you're still in college, you're still getting credit for that. You're just learning hands-on rather than sitting in a classroom.
Yeah, I think a lot of the proposals say, hey, you don't need any experience or courses, just jump into a classroom and you'll survive. I certainly
I know you are also a teacher.
Oh, I would die if I was still doing it. But yes, and so it's all of the required courses that you would typically take, how to teach kids to read, how to manage those classrooms, but then you're getting to enact it right away. And then again, going back to your professor saying, hey, this is what we learned in theory, here's what it's like in practice, and just reinforcing that. So again, love that both parties are excited about it.
So the big switch then is instead of paying to be a student teacher, you are starting to get paid in those 2 years?
Yeah, so that can come from federal funding. President Biden is really excited about this. He actually started it with Tennessee's Republican governor, and First Lady Biden is promoting this around the country. And so it's a really big priority for them. That's one big change. We could also support it through philanthropy. We could support it through state funds. I think if we're lowering the cost of becoming a teacher by spending more time in the classroom, earning wages, we can cut the costs on the program and hopefully find it easy to support rather than just, subsidizing a program which has been shot down in recent years. So if we can lower the cost, I think both parties can get behind funding it.
And there was also something in there about some of that money may be used to give the mentor teachers a little bump, which would be, I can't see any teacher going, no, I'll just do extra
I make
work.
enough money.
Yeah, I make thousands.
All right, well, we got to take a quick break, but when we come back, I also just want to ask you if you think this addresses the leaky bucket retention issue that is also part of the teacher shortage. So our guest is Quentin Claiborne, Senior Research Director for the Institute for Reforming Government. He's Brian Noonan. I am Kristin Brey. This is Spanning the State.
Creative Planning presents Rethink Your Money with John Hagenson, Saturday afternoon at 1. At Creative Planning, our advisors will build a financial plan that's custom tailored for you. It will include your investments, insurance, estate plan, taxes, and other personalized elements. Let Creative Planning show you a richer way to wealth. Visit creativeplanning.com. That's creativeplanning.com.
The pain was so bad I could barely walk, and now after stem cell treatment, I run marathons.
Now this is an exaggeration, but I do hear about unbelievable miracle outcomes, and I have to ask, do you really believe them? If they were true, these biological treatments wouldn't even have to be advertised. Truth is, stem cell effectiveness is nowhere near 100%. It's expensive, and it doesn't last. At Rejuvenex, our FDA-approved pharmacological treatments ease inflammation and reduce pain. They're precisely administered to where your pain lives, and they work. Will the pain reduction last forever? No. But in some cases, relief has lasted as long as 24 months, and in most cases, insurance has paid for the treatments entirely. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, where we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
Do you love the simplicity and enduring quality of Scandinavian design? Then the Fjords factory-sponsored sale at Ken Michaels Furniture is for you. Inspired by tradition and built to last, Fjords brings the best of modern Norwegian design to your home. Save 20% on these ergonomic recliners and sofas engineered with comfort in mind. Available with manual or power options. Stop in today and save 20% on Ken Michaels Furniture on Capitol Drive in Brookfield, Highway 100 in Greenfield, or our downtown factory showroom. Save now during the President's Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. Special factory incentives make this the perfect time to save on a new sofa, chair, or sectional crafted by Norwalk Furniture. With over 850 fabric and leather options and over 100 different styles, you can create the look you want, and in just 35 days, it's ready for delivery. Can't wait? All our inventory is sale priced and ready for immediate delivery. Shop today and save at any of our Ken Michaels Furniture stores in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Looking for a great vacation without all the travel and lodging expenses? Find your answer at the original Milwaukee RV Show at State Fair Park's Expo Center. The show runs Thursday, February 29th through Sunday, March 3rd. You'll see the very latest in RV models